Broadcasting live from somewhere in the Shadow Realm, this is YuGiOh Duel Links Talk. Here's your host, Doug Dimmadoo.
Hey there, welcome to another episode of YuGiOh Duel Links Talk. Today we're going to take a look at the Flame of the Tyrant mini box set that's sitting in the store right now. It started back in February of 2017, and we're going to take a look at some of the cards here. I like it because, there's only so many packs in the box. It's, I guess, a lot easier for you to get the whole set if you want to try and make it through the whole box. I really like this set a lot just because it got a lot of the fire type monsters. It made a pretty fun deck build out of it. And so I just wanted to go through a few of the cards in here. Haven't gotten all of them yet, but did get quite a few of them. I got the two ultras that were in there as well. So I guess I'll just start by describing the ultra rares that you could get. The first one, the big one on the pack, is Tyrant Dragon. It's got an attack power of 2900, defense of 2500. Its effect is, during your battle phase, if your opponent controls a monster after this card's first attack, this card can make a second attack. Negate any trap effects that target this card, and if you do, destroy that trap card. This card cannot be special summoned from the graveyard unless you tribute one dragon-type monster. So this one's pretty good card. I like it a lot. In the fire deck that I run right now, I don't necessarily have it in there, and I'll explain why in a little bit. But the other ultra rare that comes with this set, and I really like this card, is Reaver Reaver. It's a level 3 fire type plant. It's got a flip effect with an attack power of 1600 and a defense of 100. Its flip effect is each player discards one card. Its other effect is, if this card is destroyed by a battle, the monster that destroyed it loses 500 attack and defense. This one is a really great card to have, pretty crucial, especially if you're going up against an opponent's monster who you really don't have a whole lot in your arsenal or in your hand at the moment to really get over its attack power. At least this gives you a fighting chance by dropping its attack and defense by another 500 points. It's saved my butt quite a few times in certain duels, and again, in a pinch, this card is great. There's a super in here that I try to use a lot as well. It's a Sgt Electro. It's a machine type monster, and its effect is, once per turn, you can target one face-down card in your opponent's spell and trap card zone. While this card is face-up on the field, its target cannot be activated. It's a level 4 fire machine with an attack of 1600 and a defense of 1300, so it's not a bad attack, not a bad card to keep face-up on your field. Again, the thing that I like about its effect is that, say it survives during your opponent's phase and it's your turn again, you can activate its effect and choose another Facedown Spell or trap card as well that can't be activated while this card is on the field. So again, this one's come in handy a lot for me as well. I really like to run this card in my current fire deck, and I definitely enjoy this one. Another super that comes in this one, Gaia Soul, the Combustible Collective. It's a Pyro, level 4, attack power of 2000, defense of 0. Its effect is, once per turn, you contribute up to 2 Pyro-type monsters. This card gains 1000 attack for each. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. During the end phase, destroy this card. So, when you're playing an opponent who keeps on setting face down monsters and you're just trying to get a little bit more life point damage done to hopefully seal the deal with the duel, this is a good closer card as well. I really like to have this one in my deck, so really good one to have. Let's see here, I'm just going through a few of the other supers. This is a super rare that I really like as well, the Golden Apples. It's a trap. When you take battle damage while you control no monsters, gain life points equal to the battle damage you took. And if you do, special summon one Malice token. It's a Fiend type, dark, level 1, attack and defense, obviously, of... it explains here, its attack and defense are each equal to the amount of life points you gained by this effect. So, say you're up against, I guess I'll just use a Dark Magician for example. 2,500 attack. You're kind of in a bad position. You have no monsters on the field, but thankfully you have more than enough life points to sustain that 2,500 attack from the Dark Magician. Activate this trap card. You get that 2,500 back. and then you get a monster with 2,500 attack and defense on your side of the field. So possibly in your next turn, you could just kind of run over that Dark Magician if you can, just kind of cancel the 2 monsters out, or even get some other kind of combo moving with that. But this is a good ace in the hole if you're in a pinch. And again, this is just another one of those cards, at least with my fire deck. I've used this one quite a bit. Now, again, that's just one that you really want to have in there. I know it's a super rare, so when you get that card, it's pretty exciting. So again, one that you want to keep. There's a rare that I like to run in my deck right now as well, the Infernal Flame Emperor. It's a Pyro with 2,700 attack, 1,600 defense. This card cannot be special summoned. When this card is tribute summoned, you can remove from play up to 5 fire monsters in your graveyard. Destroy a number of spell or trap cards on the field equal to the number of monsters removed from play for this effect. So if you're trying to wipe out your opponent's field spell cards, their spells and traps that they have set, or any equip cards, if you have enough fire type monsters in your graveyard, this card is great if you have the tribute power to bring it out on the field, activate its effect, and pretty much wipe clean all of your opponent's spell and trap cards if you're able to activate the effect. Now, I've used this one a lot just playing around when I'm doing the duels against Maximilian Pegasus right now in the current event. If I'm able to get Infernal Flame Emperor out there, I'll wipe out Pegasus's Toon World and whatever else is sitting out on the field. But yeah, this card's great. I really like it. I run at least one of them in my current fire deck that I have. That card really goes well with another one of the rares that you could get in this set, which is Flame Ruler. It's a level 4 Pyro Fire type monster. Its effect is this card can be treated as 2 tributes for the tribute summon of a fire monster. It's got an attack of 1,500 and a defense of 1,600. So again, it's a pretty decent strength card. If you're able to keep it out on the field for one turn and it survives, then you can really set yourself up to summon your Infernal Flame Emperor. So that's one of my major combos that I like to run in the deck. But another major player that I have in my fire deck that you could get in this set is another rare, which is the Thing in the Crater. It's a level 4 Pyro. Its attack is 1,000. Its defense is 1,200. And its effect is, when this card is destroyed and sent from the field to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Pyro-type monster from your hand. So in other situations, if maybe I don't think that my Flame Ruler is going to make it during my next battle phase with my opponent, I'll set the Thing in the Crater out first, activate its effect to bring out Flame Ruler, and hopefully that'll be it for my opponent attacking on that turn, depending on how many monsters they have on the field. Keep Flame Ruler out on the field, then when it's my turn, I'm able to activate its effect to summon the Infernal Flame Emperor. And that's a pretty good combo. But the other combo that I like to use the Thing in the Crater for is just one of the normal cards you could get out of here. It's more common, is the Twin-Headed Fire Dragon. It's a level 6, so it only requires 1 tribute, but it's just a normal monster, so there's no stipulations on whether or not you can special summon it or not. This one you're able to special summon. I like it because it has an attack of 2,200 and a defense of 1,700. So typically I like to just special summon that from my hand when the Thing in the Crater is destroyed as well. So that's just another quick little use for that card as well. So like I said, I like to run 3 of the Thing in the Crater. Again, it's a rare, so hopefully you can get 3 copies of that if you're spending enough gems on getting a few of these packs. So other than that, I mean, there are some pretty decent cards in here. I guess if we want to start taking a look at some of the spell cards that you could get out of the set, the one that I specifically use is another rare card, but it's Burning Spear. It's an equip spell card, and if you're running a fire deck like I am, I run 3 of these in there. A fire-type monster equipped with this card increases its attack by 400 points and decreases its defense by 200 points. So if you're able to get your Twin-Headed Fire Dragon out there, you attach your Burning Spear to it, and boom, its attack is 2,600. You could get over quite a few formidable opponents. And also, too, it's enough to help get your Flame Ruler, I guess, through a turn before you're able to summon your Infernal Flame Emperor. So the card has a lot of good uses, and I know too there's plenty of equip cards there for general use. But if you're running a fire deck and you know that all your monsters are fire type monsters, then Burning Spear is definitely the card that you want to run if you're just doing exclusively a fire deck. And I've had a lot of fun playing with it. It's been it's got a lot of potential. It's got a lot of opportunities for big plays. Sometimes it get a little cloggy. It could get slowed down. That's why I like to use that fire deck with Banded Teeth, so I can use the switcheroo skill set. And sometimes I get too many copies of the card that I don't necessarily need. At least I got a better chance of pulling what I'm looking for. So with that, there's plenty of other good cards in here as well. I know you could also get a Cosmo Queen, which has a 2900 attack. It's a pretty strong monster. I think you're able to get that in a few other sets as well. But I mean, all in all, this is a pretty good small box that you could try and run through, get all the major players, and build yourself a fun fire deck. Like I said, it's not too bad. I like this one a lot, and highly recommend, especially some of those cards that we discussed today. So if there's anything from that set that you like or dislike, feel free to reach out on Twitter at YuGiOh Deck Talk, and we'll be happy to discuss even further if you'd like. So with that, that's it for today's episode of YuGiOh Duel Links Talk, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.
Join us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/YuGiOh Deck Talk. Tell us about the decks you want to see broken down and analyzed. Discuss strategy and new cards. Meet other duelists. It's all on the YuGiOh Deck Talk Facebook page. Like it today.